fished the River Seine before, have you, Alan?
Well, I've had a little go, but I haven't been very successful.
No. Mark sent me a very detailed map of exactly how to find him, so we shouldn't have any problem when we get there.
Yeah, who is this Mark geezer?
I've been writing to him on and off now for 2 or 3 years. He's been sending me some pictures of big carp.
What sort of weights has he had then?
I think his personal best is an upper 50, but he's had a lot of 30s and 40s.
Oh God, let's how we can get a count ourselves then.
Hello. Bonjour.
Bonjour. How are you?
Very well, pleased to meet you. These are my friends Paul and Alan.
Hello, Mark.
How do you do, Mark?
Okay.
Hello.
Ah, we caught you baiting up. I've never fished the River Seine before. It looks very nice. How far are you fishing? How far?
About 30 meters from the bank.
About 30 metres. And have you been fishing long? What time did you start?
I'm fishing since 7 o'clock.
About an hour or so, so I assume you haven't caught anything yet. Very nice. You've been putting the bait in here, pre-baiting?
I have bait from this place for 50 meters.
Up that way, yeah.
Yeah, since 2 weeks with boilers and maize.
Boilers and maize.
Yeah.
Sounds okay?
Yeah.
Right, I think what we'll do, we'll just have a walk along here and look for somewhere to fish, and then we'll come back and have a chat to you. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks very much. See you in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers, Mark.
No. Équilibrage de 2 bouillettes au bord de l'eau avant de...
Mark, perhaps you can tell us a little bit about the place. We've cast out, and now we need to know. Perhaps you can tell us, have you fished here much?
Yes, I fished since a few years this place. There are a great population of carp, especially common, on average weight of about 15 pounds, and some big mirror. The biggest caught in this place is a 51 pounds.
51.
But I think they are biggest. Yeah.
Yeah.
The depth is about 6 meters.
6 metres, yeah.
All the way across?
Of course, not very different.
Yeah.
It's relatively clean, but there are freshwater mussels.
The mussels are a problem?
Yeah, problem for the line.
Yeah, with the cut?
Cut the line.
Yeah. So, do you do most of your fishing here, or do you fish other places on the Seine?
As the fishing are not so good here, I think to fish another place where there are not a lot of carp, but very, very big carp. It's a place where I've caught my biggest carp, 56 pounds common carp.
56, yeah.
And it's the same fish that's 63 pounds. That is the biggest common carp caught in the French. Oh no, excuse me.
It's okay, we understand you.
It's the biggest common carp caught in the French carp fishing history. 63 pounds.
When you fish this place, Mark, you fish it's 6 meters all the way across. You fish the far side by the boats, or you fish in close?
How many meters?
How many meters?
Yeah.
Close is.
Close is nearby.
Close.
This side.
No, normally you fish close, not a long way.
No, not a long way, because in surface the flowing is seems quiet, but in the ground fast
Oh, I see. So it flows less at the top than it flows faster near the
when
bottom.
the man were working in the log, open the doors, in the bottom.
When the
very
lock's
fast.
open, yeah. Yeah.
The good distance for fishing, I think, is between 25 to 40 meters.
Yeah.
And with the flow of the river is a problem for putting bait. You put the bait above
Yes,
where you
yes.
fish.
I
for it
think
to drift down.
I bait the place 8 meters upstream.
Ah.
Upstream. And
Upstream.
So
Eight
it
meters.
moves a little bit on the bottom
Yeah.
sometimes.
And for maize, 10 or 15 meters.
Ah, it's
And
interesting.
You use you bait with maize and fish with boilies on the hook, or you bait with maize and boilies, both?
I bait with maize and boilers, but I fish only with boilers because there are a lot of bream.
Roach and
big
bream.
roach and,
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't like they like 2 maize.
What about, I mean, out in front of us here, for instance, there's a large boat. Do the carp get under the boat?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
During the day, the carp are on the other side and near the dam.
Yeah.
Where the flowing is.
It's like a weir, isn't it, up here? The water rushes over the top to our right, yes. So the only problem fishing out here would be a long cast, and the flow of the river is a problem.
Well,
Yeah.
problem,
Perhaps if we get nothing close, we try casting a bit further. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the place where you catch the big common, Mark. Maybe you could take me for a day.
Hey, what about
No.
me?
Hey.
And me?
Hey?
No
we leave
problem,
him
yeah.
here. Me and you go.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Is far away from here?
No, about 12 kilometers
Ah.
for the road.
I would like to see the place. Sounds good. Many big fish.
Yes, but it's very difficult place
Yeah?
because there are not a lot of fish.
No.
But if you catch one, it's certainly a big fish. And the problem with the freshwater mussel is bigger than here
It's worse. Oh.
because there are a lot of freshwater mussel, and in the water there are cars,
Cars?
yes, motorbicycle, wash machine, all covered by
How
mussel.
do the cars get in the river?
I
Bad
think
driving, the French? I know
No,
they are
no.
bad drivers, but
because there are small roads along the Seine,
yeah.
and when the bondi,
Oh,
yeah,
Oh,
after
bandits.
the cast,
yeah.
put the cars in the water.
And it's
It's
just,
very good place for car fishing.
and but many cars.
Oh yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
cars
And the mussels, the mussels are on the cars, are they?
on the cars.
Yeah.
Like this, all the cars.
They take
And-
the cars from the river, or they leave them in.
They live in the cars.
Yeah.
Crayfish also in the cars.
So there are many cars there. Yeah. So the cars are close to the bank, yeah?
No.
No?
But the flowing is possibility to 20 meters.
Really?
25 meters, yes. And when you fight a fish, cut the line.
So we must ask the bandits to close the windows of the cars so that when we play carp it doesn't
yes.
swim through the windows.
One time the car across the car, and the line is here, the fish, and when I break the line, 100 meters of my line,
So that's
all,
where it's gone in the front window and come out the boot.
I don't think it's a big one. Coming in slow. No, it's not a big one. Oh, a little kick there. Bit close to the top, I think. Yeah, it's coming in nice and slow. Definitely not a big one. First run. First same fish. Is he going to do it all in the margins? coming straight in. See if we can get his head up. Here he is. Little one. Come on, beauty. Gotcha. Lovely. Oh, love a little mirror. Mark! Mark! Lovely. He's out of the way. Lovely little mirror. Yeah. Nice one. Good hook hold. Well in there. There he is. Single honey nectar. Get the line out the way. Right. Not the prettiest fish in the world, but nice one. Yeah. Nice one. We'll get the scales and weigh him, shall we, Mark? Get the scales?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right. 16 and a half. Put him back. Come here. Let's get you back in. Get your breath back. Go on. Is he going? Go on then. Round in circles, eh? Go on. That's it. Go on, my beauty.
It likes you.
Go on. Yeah. Tell your mum I didn't hurt you. Go, drop back out! It's off, mate!
I just sat down!
Come on, it's screaming!
I'm in.
Got it?
Yeah. Mega.
Oh, it's going, Tom, isn't it?
Bah!
Snap.
Cut again. Is it? No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're joking.
Muscles?
Well, I don't know. Gotta be, I expect. Nothing at all.
Cut clean, mate. Clean off. Got to be on the muscles, isn't it?
Huh.
Oh well.
Oh well. I've started, I shall finish. This is the place where you catch your big common, Mark?
Yes, it's here.
Nice.
It's a good place, but the problem was noise.
Very noisy.
Train, electric house,
yeah?
boat. But it's not bad for fish.
Ah, it's good. It's a power station or something? Electricity?
Yes, electricity. And 20 meters from the bank and 6 meters deep. Wow.
He's in. Carp?
No. Bram.
He's in. Mark, you give me a chance. I've left my rods out there.
Big Bram.
Big one?
Big Bram. Not big. Problem.
He weren't waiting for it, was he?
Bad. Yeah. Is it like nice too? Bad fish. Bye bye.
Cool. Okay. Well, Mark, we've had 10 hours today on the place where you caught the big common. We had one chance this morning where you got cut off on a snag. Do you think it's best if we go back to the other place, or do you think it's worth staying for a little longer?
I think it's better to go to the other place. No carp jumping today. It seems no good.
Okay,
it's better to go to the other place.
Okay.
Go back.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, it's moving very slow.
Yeah. You gaining on him?
Yeah, yeah, it's coming in all right now. Feels a good fish.
Good.
Oh yeah, it's a good fish.
Cool, yeah.
Hang on a minute, I'll have to take him out a touch.
Good old lump of mirror, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good fish that. Definitely a 30. Right, might get him this time.
Right.
You okay?
Yep. Bring him straight in. That's it.
Let's pull him back a bit.
Keep his head up.
Yeah.
Right, got it. Oh, well done, mate.
What is it, a mirror?
Yep, mirror.
Good. Do you want a hand?
Right, now I'm alright, yeah. It's a big one.
Oh, that's a nice fish. That was well netted, mate. Well done. Bit keen to get that fish. Didn't want to lose it.
Oh, here we go.
Straight onto the mat. Yeah. Lovely. Well done.
Right. Get the hook out.
Oh, that's got to be a 30, isn't it?
Lovely.
Double boiling. Double honey.
I'll take the
What do you
net
reckon,
out.
30?
Yeah, you got to be on it. Oh, definitely.
If you want to get the scales.
Right, you take the net out.
Yeah. Right, let's get rid of this landing net.
You alright? You got him?
Yeah.
Cheese fin. That's it, got him.
Just turn him around the right way. Okay?
Yep.
Oh, lovely.
One in the bag, mate.
Oh,
well
nice,
done.
Yeah.
Spot on.
You got the scales?
Yep.
If you zero them, then we can take off. It's about 3.5 pounds, but if you zero that, then
Right.
all right. It's magic.
Right, there.
Okay. You read it, mate.
Yeah. Move your fingers out. 30, 35, 36 pound with a sack. 36 pound dead with a sack.
Yeah, 36.
Yeah, 36. Do you want to have a look?
No, I believe you.
Spot on. Well done,
Right.
mate. Well done.
Brilliant. Right, do you want to get the camera?
Yep. Get some shots. You just focus this, yeah?
Yeah. Right, first seine biggie. Whoop. Still full of life. Got a very big mouth. Like some carp fishermen. It might need a flash this time of night, I don't know. But it certainly fought well. Certainly a nice fish, isn't it?
Yep.
Let's hope Alan's having similar sort of luck at the other place.
Yeah.
Right, just turn it round for a picture of the other side, right? And then we'll put it back. Let's turn it round.
Let's come round here a bit.
There you go.
Bloody, look at them two. Hey, why don't you take it easy? Hey?
Right.
Oh, it's a dinner on, is it?
Not yet, no.
Hey?
We're having a rest.
Well, you had a hard day, I expect, have you?
We have. We've been playing a fish, big un.
No,
Yeah.
not as big as ours. 53! Sit!
53?
I said, you say 53? No. Problem? No. No good.
nothing.
We lost one. How did you get on?
Oh, we have one. What was it 36 with the bag? So it's 31 and a half. Mirror.
Oh, brilliant. Well done, boy.
Yeah, well
So,
pleased.
great. Fish, dinner's ready. Fires on. Hey, slippers. Where's my slippers?
So what's the place like you've been? All right.
Well, it's big fish, but it's a bit noisy. Not as nice as here.
No.
Oh, that's great here. Look at it.
Oh, where's your gear then? In the
Brilliant,
car?
night. The old
Where's your
lights now.
gear?
Yeah, we left it in there. We just sat in the traffic. We just sort of. We thought we'd come and have our dinner first, like before we got set up, since it's dark. Like.
I'll cook you a dinner in a minute.
What about a kettle?
Actually,
I expect the kettle's on.
they
Is it?
should cook a dinner for us, actually, shouldn't they?
Great, isn't it?
Yeah, you should cook dinner.
So it's good fish then.
Yeah, it's looking good for tomorrow. There's quite a few fish bubbling today.
What time did you have it?
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Just the light was going down a bit, you know.
Just as the sun hit the tree.
No, we had no good. So we thought we'd try and get back before it got dark, but it was traffic
Yeah.
problem.
Cheers, big ears.
Yeah, good health. Yeah, cheers. Oh, we ain't got one.
Kettle's on.
Yeah,
The kettle is on.
yeah, kettle's on.
We'll do you in a minute.
Nothing changes.
You go get your gear and we'll
Yeah.
see.
Okay then. Right,
Okay.
right. We could get the gear. You're not gonna give us anything.
Yeah. 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 A bit worried about when it gets to that boat. Oh, it's grating, look. Yeah. I've already lost 2 fish out there. Don't particularly want to lose another one.
Yeah. Possible it's big.
Mark, I should hit that for you. This is not my fish across your line. Hit it.
Yeah.
Cool, looks like they're coming on feed. I'm gaining a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Strong fish.
I just want to get it away from that mussel bed.
Good.
Oh, it's grating. That 45-pound Quicksilver leader should save me. Look at that, it's definitely on mussels. Should be getting clear that now.
Strong, very strong.
It's one thing I hate is mussels. At any minute the line can fall slack, can't it?
Yep.
It's coming clear now, feels better now. It's coming quite close now. So hope it's a good one. Good net that, isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
The rivers, isn't it?
Northwestern net. Yes. It's surprising how deep it is in the margins here, isn't it? What's it, 18 foot or something you got on the Echo Sounder?
Shallow in the middle.
C'est bon. Whoa.
Cool.
I'm getting a bit loose 2 footer, yeah?
My arm's aching. Oh, we did see the shot leader for a little while. There she comes.
There he is. Here he comes.
Might see the fish now.
Yeah. There's your rubber, sod tubing. There he is.
Oh, look at that. Ooh. Right, see if we can get it in the net, mate.
Keep it coming.
Yes! Lovely. Right, you bringing it up onto the mat?
Yeah, drop it straight.
Okay. Watch the dorsal.
Yeah.
Lovely. That's a 30 again, isn't it? Yep. There we go. Oh, look at that. I thought Mark said they're all commons here.
Shall we get him weighed up then?
Yep.
See what he is.
Gently does it.
Got his old dorsal then.
Yep. That's nice old fox unhooking back up way bag, isn't it? Okay. Looks like they've got theirs in as well.
Yeah. Do you want to read it? I'll hold it up.
Yeah. You alright?
Yeah.
It's 36.5 including the bag, so it's about 32 pounds. How big's your one then?
It's a 30. How big was yours?
Exactly 32.
Well, I reckon this one might just beat it.
I hope so.
$31, 14 kilos.
14 kilos.
Lucky, fish by pound.
No chance.
Cracker. Well done, Mark. Nice one.
Lovely fish.
Step on. Just put her in the bag and we'll get her back then, Mark, yeah?
Yeah. Yo.
Difficult over the side. Put her in back. Well, Mark, we've done really well here. We've had some good fish. Thanks very much for bringing us here. Could you tell us how you go about choosing your spots on the Seine to fish?
I fish several places between Paris to River Seine. I think it is the the best place to catch a big carp, biggest carp. Above Paris, the carp are smaller.
Yeah.
But there are also carp, of course.
Yeah. And how, between the barrages, how do you pick which actual spot you fish?
The good place for big fish is a barrage, but also bridge, and where there are trees on the river. In fact, where there are a lot of obstacles in the bottom of the river, with crayfish and freshwater mussel, they are a good place for carp.
Like,
Big carp.
this place is out the flow of the boats. Do you always pick somewhere out of the flow of the boats, or?
Yes, it's good when the boat pass across the other side,
The other side.
because in fact the flowing, the side where we are fishing is more
Slack.
slack,
water.
slack, and it's good for crayfish and freshwater mussel.
And when you go to the place, do you, like for us, you baited, do you always pre-bait?
Yes, I've pre-bait for 2 days, about 10 kilos of maize and 6 kilos of boilers. Or also I use other particulars like lupin or tiger nuts.
Do you use
That's
maize on the hook, Mark?
No, only boilers, because there are a lot of small fish in the river,
Yeah.
like bream, tench, chub, and I prefer to use only hard boilers for sure to catch carp.
Right.
Look at my eye now. I gotta look like in them photographs.
Well, it's your fault you started it. We all ended up with bruises, mate.
So look at this state of it.
Killing me.
Anyway, Alan, tell us about this lake we're going to.
Yeah, I think you'll be surprised how big it is. It's actually 50 miles round the bank, and the far bank in places where you sat fishing is about 5 miles away.
That's where you had the big catch, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. 4 of us had over a ton of carp there earlier
Christ.
last year.
What did you have yourself?
I was quite lucky. I had the most fish, but I had 30 over 30, 3 40s and quite a lot of 20s.
Yeah.
Had about 1,200 pound of fish, I think.
Yeah. Let's go all in then.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, shall we be on our way? Right.
We've arrived at the lake. We've had a good look round. There's quite a lot of anglers on, but we've had a lucky break. We've just turned up here and there's 3 Frenchmen who just packed up. I had a lot of runs last night, but only managed to land 2 fish. As you can see from the area they've been fishing, it's really snaggy, so we're expecting it to be snaggy, but hopefully if we take to the boat when we get runs, we're going to get a few out. Mark, Paul and Kevin are going to go off in the boat now and have a look at an area further up that we've looked at that doesn't look so snaggy. They're about to do that now. As you can see, the mud's quite bad, but we expected that because the water is about 8 metres down from its summer height, so it's come right out. So we're fishing actually on the lake bed. All right, get the tackle and see what we can find.
I've just been up to our left here with Mark and Paul, and we found quite a nice area, hopefully, that's snag free, because there's a load of trees along the bank, rather like here.
Yeah.
And then it's lovely and clear for a couple of 100 yards, and then there's a few snags on the point. So they're setting up on the sort of clear bit, which should be clear in front of them, so they won't need the boat.
I reckon here, obviously they've had a lot of runs and lost a lot of fish. If we get the old sounder on, now the boat's back, we go out, see how far the snags go. I think all we've got to do, as soon as we get a run, we just had both of us had to jump in the boat and playing from the boat. I think what they were doing is trying to drag them onto the bank through the trees. And
Who's that? What, the people that were here just before us?
Yeah, 25 runs they had, but only managed to land 2 fish.
It's not a very pleasant way of fishing, but if that's the way to catch the big fish, then you've got to do what's right, haven't you?
Well, I think if we hook them, let them run, just jump straight in the boat and just plan from the boat. I'm sure you'll get them from above the snags. It's when you're trying to drag them back through them, that's going to be the problem.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, no, I reckon we should get some action here.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Cool, this is a lump. This is a good kipper. my biggest fish of the day. 36.5 pound. Beautiful mirror. There he is. 36.5 pound. Let's get him back. There he goes.
Oh, I can't wait, mate. I'm going to nick some of these now.
Sausage. Eggs and sausages for a change then. Why don't you put 4 in there?
Yeah, lovely.
Can't beat these old Coleman stoves. They never flare up or anything, Kevin.
I've never seen one that doesn't flare. Nice.
Yeah? I like it when you can hear the old eggs rattling in the pan. Well, what's the verdict then?
Not much happening there.
No?
Not much at all. I think we ought to move.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think it's right. What we picked up on that sounder, that's just a forest out there, isn't it? It's not just big tree stumps, it's actually trees, isn't it? It's horrendous, and it starts about 30 yards from the bank and goes out 70 yards, I should think, doesn't it?
Which, even if you hook fish at distance in clear water, you've still got that problem bringing them through, haven't you? It's not fair to the fish anyway,
No,
is
I agree,
it?
I don't think it is.
Leaving them tied up in the trees. There seems to be a massive line out there.
Yeah. Well, if they lost all them fish the other day, there's all their lines with them, you know, it's no good, is it? I reckon we're better off to move, have a look round, try and find a clearer area.
I agree.
See how Paul and them are getting on up that end and go up that way and have a look up there somewhere.
Yep. Okay, what, after this?
Yeah.
This and a cup of tea and then
Yeah,
have a walk?
that'll do it, won't it?
All right.
No. Don't know where it's been, do you?
That's a better spot, Alan.
A bit more windy, catching the wind slightly, but
Well, it's near the other lads and they're catching well, aren't they? So
go in the bank here, we'll be clear, and there's another big load of snags there, but it don't seem too bad here.
yeah,
Normally sort of what's on the land follows into the lake normally, doesn't it?
yeah.
I wouldn't expect it to be too snaggy. Go in there.
Well, whatever happens, it's got to be better than other places.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
nothing worse than leaving fish sort of tied up to
No.
snags, is there? And lying everywhere. And you know, out of those 5 fish we only landed 1. That's pretty bad considering the effort we put into it.
Well, I was in the boat for an hour for one, wasn't
Yeah. But we'll give it a try here, shall we?
we? Yep, looks a good spot.
I'm quite keen for a move at the moment.
Yeah, well, does it don't hurt on these old big waters? Get around a bit,
No.
explore new bits. You never know what's
Right.
laying ahead.
You pulling this up or shall I?
I'm grounded anyhow, so I'll get out for right.
All right then. Okay. We'll put a bit of bait out in a minute. Get fishing.
Well, I've just been sat here, look out across the water, and I've seen 2 good fish jump about 200 yards out. We've got an island about 400 yards away, and I think they're passing in between the island and the bank. I've had 1 fish on the close in rods this morning, but what I've decided to do, I've tied up a couple of rigs here. I'm going to give Kevin a shout in a minute, and I'm going to take these out in the boat and row them out. What I should do, I should take a marker out with me, just in case I do get a bit of action on them, and I can keep the spot baiting. These are the sort of markers we use, just black and white, so that they're very visible at a long distance. Put a little bit of power gum in them somewhere, and then if the old wind really gets up, it takes the bounce out the waves and the markers don't move. What I should do, take these 2 rigs out. I've got about 30 pound of particles and 2 kilo of boilies. I row them out tight to the mark and drop the baits off. That's about it really. I'll give Kev a shout if he ain't drinking tea and get it done. Kev, got a minute?
Yes, sir. How can I help you, mate?
I could get the couple of rods rowed out. Seen a couple of fish jump well out, like I thought I'd give it a go. If you can
Yeah.
do the usual, like I'll
You're not going to swim them out then?
no, a bit wet for that. Isn't
Okay, mate. Let's do the usual, yeah?
Yeah, I'll take these down the boat and I'll come and get the rod.
Okay. Just keep the rod nice and high, keep the line off the water as long as I can, so the line doesn't go in a big arc. Right, Alan should have the terminal tackle in his hand.
All right, tighten up!
Okay.
Tighten up!
Make sure the line's nice and straight. Okay. Line off.
Okay!
There goes the lead and the bait. And now goes the ground bait. Particles and boilies mixed up. Plenty of it. Sort of fishing we never do in the UK, but very effective in France on these very big waters.
Yeah, lovely.
Is it a big one?
Oh yeah, that's a lump. That's a 30, definitely a 30.
Yes. You off the ground? Yeah.
Yeah.
35 and a quarter, I reckon. Back it goes. Thanks very much for picking up my bait.
Lovely fish, there he goes.
Look at that, and that beauty. Probably never been caught before.
$34. Bye bye grosse mémère, very bad with me.
£33.
That was a result. Considering you hadn't had time to set your net up yet.
Perfect linear both sides.
Yeah?
Best looking fish I've seen. Look at it.
Beautiful. Oh, that is lovely. That's quite rare, isn't it? That is beautiful. Pity it's not a huge one, but lovely fish. That is a very pretty fish. Do you want to hang on there and I'll bring the mat over?
1915.
Isn't that lovely? Beautiful. Very pretty carp. Well, we seem to have made the right move this time, Alan. We've had two fish instantly. How do you sort of make a decision on how to move on a big water like this?
Yeah, well, this water, being so big, over 7,000 acres, it's a real problem really. Obviously if you can see the fish jumping, then you know that you're in the right place, but what I like to tend to do is to move to an area that you think will hold fish and then give it 2 days, put plenty of bait out the first day, sit on it for 2 days, nothing happens. It's time to move. You could just sit here for so long, such a big water that it might be a month before the fish turn up, so you've got to try another area and keep trying, and hopefully you'll drop on the fish, you know, which it looks like we have done, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So basically you could be like a quarter of a mile from the nearest fish sometimes.
Oh yeah, I mean, looking out over here, I mean, what, far bank, perhaps 3-4 miles away the far bank here.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? So what about baits on the water like this? I know you put a lot of thought into it. You can have the wrong bait, wrong quantities, can't you? What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky this trip that we're with you, really, so there's no problem with the amount of boilies we brought, but I mean, quite often you're limited to the amount of boilies you can bring, so we try and fill it out with particles. And the cheapest particle you can get in France is obviously French maize. You know, you can find a local shop, or even the silos are marked on the maps if you've got a good map. You pop along to one of them, you can pick up 50 kilo of maize for about £10.
Is that all?
Yeah.
It's cheap, isn't it?
Time it's soaked and cooked, it's £100 of maize, you know.
Yeah.
More.
So do you buy just one sack? I suppose you're doing, say, 10 days. How many sacks would you get?
It depends when if you get on the fish. Obviously on here you're not fishing for one fish, you're fishing for big quantities of fish. So, you know, you could, once you get on them and you start catching, it's a job to overbait, you know. I tend to, every time I get a fish, I put in £30 of maize, you know.
Yeah.
And then top it up with boilies.
And what about quantity of boilies? What would you try and bring?
Well, I think you could, if you could do without maize, you know, not use maize at all, if you could use a quantity of boilie, but obviously a lot of people are governed by the cost of it, you know.
Yeah. So like 40 or 50, 60 kilos is a common amount to bring, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
And that costs a lot of money normally, doesn't it? So, and what about the type of boilie?
Yeah, I mean, we spoke to some French blokes earlier in the week, and they were actually packing up because of the trouble they were having with the crayfish. They'd just come unprepared, first time they'd been on the water, and they haven't brought baits that are hard enough. I mean, their baits were much too soft. They were just getting annihilated by the crayfish day time, you know. Obviously worse at night if you are fishing at night, but...
The trouble with homemade baits is they tend to have fairly hard skin, don't they? But once you're through that skin, they're soft inside, and the crayfish can eat those so quickly, can't they? You've got some baits.
Yeah, we kept a couple, didn't we? Yeah. What they've been using. I mean, start with they were only using small baits.
Yeah.
You can see where the old crayfish just chewed them to bits. Really, they'd probably only been in the water, what, half an hour, perhaps, if that, had they?
Yeah, yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
Just chewing them bits.
They just get both claws working on them, and yeah.
We've got old Reggie in here, haven't we? The shy people.
There he is. Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie Cray.
Only a small one, isn't it?
Yeah, there he is. That's the sort of thing that does the damage.
So it's those pincers there.
Yeah.
That grab the boilie and...
Can't be only nectar, Kev, you don't want them.
No. Just like a lobster.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they get a lot bigger in there, that's quite a small one.
Yeah. So the thing to remember with these is you could have, say, 5,000 baits out in the swim, and if these are very active, in 8 hours, all those baits could be gone.
Yeah, easily. Yeah,
you've got to keep an eye on the baits you reel in, make sure you keep topping the swim up if they're...
And I think if you're fishing the snaggier area, you're more likely to get them.
Yeah.
Let's put old Reggie back.
So you obviously like to choose a very hard boilie.
Yeah, I mean, why are yours so hard? I mean, yours are ideal, really, the Maestro boilies. They really are hard. Is it the preservatives that do them, or...?
No, it's too... Hello, he's got another run. Right hand rod again. Getting stuck in the mud. Hit it!
Yeah, mud's always a problem.
Oh dear. Alan, you look a mess. How about that? 3 fish, one after the other. Amazing. I'll just get the net. Do you want me to chuck a bucket of water over you? No thanks, he says. You alright?
Yeah.
Oh dear. One thing people have got to be used to if they come out here is unusual conditions, haven't they?
Yeah. And another tip I'd give them, never panic when you get a run.
Never panic. Yeah, what was we talking about? Boilies. Yeah, the reason they're so hard, the maestros, is two things really. We put a small amount of maize meal in the boilie, which gives it a very hard texture. And when the paste is loaded into the extruders at the factory, it's put under a lot of pressure.
Not more than you could give it by hand rolling.
Oh yeah, probably a ton per square inch,
Christ.
something like that.
Yeah.
So you get a very hard boilie even before it's boiled.
Yeah.
And obviously they're ideal for this.
Well, we use them 20mm ones, don't we, most of the time, and
Well, yeah, you've had some good catches on them, haven't you?
no problem at all. Yeah. You were saying something very interesting to me about them the other day. I didn't realise that some of the bags you get a few really hard ones that, you know, extra hard, that have been boiled twice.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes if the scoop that lifts them out of the boiler misses a few and then gets them next time, they tend to be sort of double boiled.
Oh, I love them ones for up, mate. I look for them now you told me about.
Yeah.
They're a bit darker.
I
aren't they?
can't-
Certainly a lot harder.
I can't guarantee that will continue in the future. Quality control and all that, you know.
Oh, Christ, I know what you're saying.
Do you want me to drop those lines or will they be
No,
all
it's
right?
across them, I think.
Yeah.
It's going down left. Don't know whether I'm going to lose me boot or got to lose me trousers here.
Now, what about bringing a boat abroad? You always like to bring a boat, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's a necessity on a big water like here. Just, well, to start with, to get your tackle to the water. I mean, some places where you want to be fishing, you just can't get a car to them.
No.
There's no tracks, and you know, you've got to sort of go to somewhere where you can park your car, unload your tackle and put it in the boat.
Yeah.
And then you leave your car for your duration of your trip and you just fish. Oh, pinged off a snag.
Yeah. Well, it's like that piece of land opposite us now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's perhaps half a mile long. Carrying all your gear and bait would be a tremendous job, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But the two lads that are fishing on the end of there at the moment, they just rode their gear across. But a boat's particularly handy for baiting, isn't it?
Yeah.
You
What
all
a
right?
mess.
You've got a muddy bottom, to put it politely.
Ought to be out further really. It's only a small one, I think.
Shall I put it over the lines? The net?
I've got that there. Yes. Let's see if I get him down the side here. It ain't too bad here. Take a bit of a chance, 'cause I don't think it's a big one. Keep him on top.
That's me.
Yeah.
Of course, the main thing about a boat is you can put the maize out, can't you?
Yeah, you get the old particle out easy. I mean, we put most of the boilies out with a throwing stick, don't we?
Looks like I'm going to get a run. I've just had a little bit of a drop back on my rods. If it goes, I might have to leave you to it, Alan.
This is only a small one, I think. So.
Unusual for here, isn't it? Most of the fish are bigger than this.
We reckon the average is about £28, don't we?
Yeah. It's a big old average, isn't it?
Yep.
Keep the net nice and low. Okay.
Yeah, well done, boy.
Yeah, so another 20.
Is it?
Yeah. Well done.
Push the lines, Kev.
Oh yeah. Shall I stay this side of them?
Yeah, if you can. £23.
23?
Yep.
Really?
That's helped matters completely. £23.
23, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't want a picture, do you? Straight back then.
Hang on it.
Good luck. Hope you don't fall over in the mud again. You don't want me to hold your hand here.
Is there any chance of me getting dirty this week? How much do you reckon we've caught now?
Well, I've been keeping a rough tally of it and it's over 1.5 tons.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
No wonder we've had so much hassle with 2 or 3 going at once and carp in the mud, and I lost my waders one day, never did find them. Boat drifted away, we had to borrow an old boy's boat and paddle after that. That one I had Yesterday afternoon, I hooked it, about 170 yard out, one we'd rowed out, just coming in like as if it was doing nothing. And then all of a sudden, 3/4 of an hour later, I landed it up there in a boat. Amazing, wasn't it? Come back, another one on the go. You had one flapping in the mud, another one on another rod. Ball was up there, one in the net.
You didn't have 3 rods in, did you?
No, you just can't get them in, can you? One goes, and time you've unhooked that, another one goes. That's when they come on. I mean, you sit for, like some mornings, we've sat 4 or 5 hours with nothing, haven't we? And then seems 3 o'clock, the button goes, and everything happens, doesn't it? Everybody starts getting action. You just can't keep up with it, can you?
No.
With the snags as well, you lose a few on the snags, don't you? So you try to tie up a new rig or something like that to get it out, and then the other one goes, and you try to get one. Yeah, I mean, it's hopeless, isn't it? I mean, what we're having to do is photograph all the fish together. You can't even got time, no time to take a photograph of one, have you, as you catch it?